Hi, it's time to introduce you to a couple more characters from Since I Was Young. First is Gareth Marsden. Gareth is Jordan's dad. He's a season ticket holder and he struggles a little bit with some personal issues throughout the play, which he needs the help of his family, his friends, and fellow fans. The next character is Emma Chapman. She's around 19, 20 years old. She is Graham Chapman's daughter and goes to most of the games with him, but she starts to have a little bit of a friendship, shall we say, with Jordan. Then we have Andy Schofield. Andy is around about 28, 29 years old. He's one of the main supporting characters in the play. He provides a link between a lot of them as well, particularly Jordan and Laura, but most of his interactions are with Dennis, Graham, Terence, and gives a lot of support towards Gareth and his depression as well. Suzanne Crowther. Suzanne is around about 60 years old. She moved down to London when she was a teenager and has never even been to a Huddersfield game. That is before she meets Dennis and joins the Southern Terriers. She also provides a support system towards Laura as well, who she meets online. Next we have Graham Chapman. Graham is 50 years old. He is a former Leeds United fan, which his daughter Emma and the rest of the fans never let him forget. He is Laura's neighbour as well. He takes her to her first game and he's a friend of Terence, who is constantly trying to convince the Huddersfield Town are going to do something special. Lastly, we have Jordan Marsden. Jordan is 21 years old. He is a massive Town fan, but unfortunately he doesn't get to the games at the start or the end of the season because he's a holiday rep, works abroad. He thinks himself as a bit of a lad, really, but he spends most of his time at the games with his father and his father's friends. Other minor characters in the play include Laura's parents, that's Victoria and Pete Crossland, and the idea is to have those actors multi-role as other characters in the play. That includes Mr. Shepley, Mr. Bingley and Miss Marsh, who of course Laura's teachers at school, Arlene Berkshaw, who is Jordan's manager or boss, and we also have Alan Dalton as well, who's introduced later on in the play. What helped me when writing the characters was to have a solid idea of who I might get to play them if I had any choice, and the traits of some of those actors, particularly Jodie Whittaker and Patrick Stewart. Some of the characters are based on one particular person I know, or they are homages to several, like Suzanne, for example. When I reached out to Town fans online, I got such a wide range of experiences and memories. I managed to put many of them into the play, whether they were part of a character's story or relationships, or if they were just the tiniest moments during a scene. It was wonderful to be able to use real people and events to help build these characters and create the stories around the season. It gives the piece a real weight when it's based on real issues that people actually went through at the time, and how the club and its fans helped them through it. Hopefully, I've captured this in tandem with the magnificent achievement of Huddersfield getting promotion to the Premier League, and that the audience can relate to certain characters throughout their ups and downs, as well as the moments that they too believed and the matches that they experienced together. Of course, at the present time, it isn't possible to put this play on, but hopefully in the near future, we'll have a better idea when it is possible. And I will, of course, endeavour to make that happen. Not just to help raise funds for the Town Foundation, but to celebrate a part of our history and the lives of the fans, past and present. Thank you. This is an excerpt from the play. This is when Andy Schofield believes the Huddersfield Town have a chance to make it to the Premier League. Premier League, Huddersfield Town. The stuff of dreams. Fantasies and football manager careers, but those 4 words are being said aloud more often with each passing week. And with every result, adding more than a little weight to the thought that it could happen. Little old Huddersfield Town. You look at Burnley and Bournemouth and you think, well, they aren't that much bigger than we are. I mean, didn't they overperform too to get where they are? Have their fair share of luck, the rub of the green. Take advantage of bigger clubs falling foul to overzealous transfers, panic buying and passionless, ruthless owners axing managers after a few poor results. Not forgetting those noisy neighbours, well, there's no disputing. They are the bigger club. But what does that mean anyways? I mean, With the money that others have spent, the millions they have to play with from foreign investors and cold-hearted businessmen, that's not us. We're a well-run family club, but only within our means. A point or three here and there on the road, maybe more at home. Mid-table with some good, well-deserved results from solid, entertaining performances. That's all you could even hope for as a town fan. I mean, if that's what was offered, you take it, bite their hand off it in some cases. But now, now, do you hope for that little bit more? When what you've got is the limit of your expectation, what lies ahead is a possibility you never allowed yourself to seriously entertain. Can you let yourself dream? You're now led to believe there are no limits. Because there's a chance. Wow, if there was ever a chance. Can we take it?